Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2, action.
I want to start with dance on the floor. It's dance, di ba?
Yes.
What are you learning?
With Stars on the Floor, napaka-challenging niya, Ninong Boy. I mean, kilala ko yung sarili ko na pinalaki ako ng sex bomb. Diba? Get out talaga. Talagang bata pa lang ako, sanay ako makipag-showdown sa mga kanto, nakikipag-split at kung ano-ano pa. But Stars on the Floor, iba siya. Kasi lahat po ng mga kasama, or karamihan ng mga kasama doon ay professional dancers. So kaming mga celebrity stars, marunong naman kaming sumayaw but not as professional as them. Ako po, more than the improvement, ang biggest takeaway ko sa Stars on the Floor is the discipline. Iba pala ang disiplina ng mga mananayaw.
Are there commonalities in acting and in dancing?
Meron, Ninong Boy, because with dancing, it's also a way of storytelling through your movements. Very important ang facial expression sa storytelling ng sayaw. And especially with Stars on the Floor, iba't ibang genres every week.
Punta tayo sa pageantry. Ayaw mo talaga subukan?
Ito nga po, sabi ko, Ninong Boy, I will do it when I feel like I am ready. But, ito po ang na-realize ko, Ninong Boy, being ready is not an emotion. It is a decision. So, you would never know kung kailan ka ready unless, or until you try it.
Right. I totally agree. Tama ka. It is a decision.
It is a decision.
So ngayon, wala tayong problema sa Q&A. I partly trained Catriona, Pia Wurtzbach, and so many beauty queens. Alam mo, nakakatuwa, I got a call from the Miss Universe contestant from the Dominican Republic who wants a Q&A training. Nakakatuwa, no? Sabi ko, how did she know? YouTube daw. So probably she saw some of the episodes that I did with Catriona and Pia. So wala tayong problema doon. I promise to support you in whatever you need.
May sponsor na pala ako.
Meron ka ng sponsor. No, but what are your considerations right now?
Honestly, Ninong Boy, sabi ko din po kasi sa sarili ko, I don't wanna be pressured.
Right.
Ayokong manggaling sa ibang tao yung desisyon eh. Ayokong dahil nakukulitan na ako sa mga tao, that's why
You're always
gagawin ko
asked the
siya.
question,
Yes,
yes.
because everywhere I go, yun ang tanong ng mga tao po talaga sa akin. Gusto ko siyang gawin kapag yung puso ko ay buo na and if gagawin ko po siya for the right reason. At
Okay.
hindi yun dapat driven by money, not driven by faith. It should be driven by the advocacy.
What are you thinking?
I want to help single parents and children,
Which is your story?
which is my story.
Which is
And
your
it's-
mom's story?
Yes, and
Oh.
it's quite relatable right now because hindi lang na natin nakikita kung gaano kalaki yung percentage or kung gaano kadami, pero malaki po yung impact niya sa mga tao. I feel like ako bilang isang tao na nanggaling sa broken family, mahirap pag yung foundation mo hindi buo eh. Gusto ko maipakita sa mga tao na there's no limitation to anything. Anything is possible in life. As long as you put your mind and your heart into it and yung intentions mo are clear and pure, bakit hindi?
Obviously, you've been thinking about this for quite a
Yes.
while.
It's my first dream. Before ako
Right.
nag-start pong
I know, you
mag-artista,
told me
yun
about
ang
it.
pinakauna kong pangarap.
Bilang artista, bilang anak, you dived into a lot of spaces na hindi mo alam.
Yes.
And that makes it exciting because even as an actor, I always say this, the most exciting part of our lives as hosts, as actors, is a lot of things that happen when we do what we do, hindi natin alam.
Yes. Pag unexpected siya, mas masarap eh. Kasi
Lalo na pag hindi mo alam ang
Yes.
mangyayari. You're treading on uncharted territory until you step into it.
yes.
And that's where magic happens.
Pero feeling ko din kasi, Ninong Boy, that's why I was brought into public speaking, yung hosting.
Oo.
Pero feeling ko, it's preparing me for something bigger.
I think so too.
And
Oo.
binibigay ko lahat sa Panginoon, ang divine timing. Basta ako buo ang puso ko at alam kong maraming sumusuporta sa akin at maraming naghihintay na lang ng decision.
Sabi nga ni Oprah Winfrey, but you have to listen to the whisper. Sometimes it starts with a whisper. It's not a scream. It's not a loud voice. Kaya dapat pag nagmamatsyag ka, when you meditate, when you self-examine, you really have to listen.
To the
that
subconscious.
To that whisper. Oo,
Yeah.
ibubulong sa'yo yun eh.
There's no limit to anything.
Tama.
Lahat talaga ay posible at kaya mong gawin. Your mind should be in connection with your heart and your actions.
Okay, let's move towards hosting. Sabi mo
Yes.
nga, palagay mo, napunta ka sa hosting dahil inihahanda ka. Sa maraming bagay, di ba?
Yes.
But how is your experience so far pagdating sa hosting?
I love it. And especially po, Ninong Boy, yung time slot po ng TikToClock.
At dahil G na G kayo, maki-happy time, G na rin kaming ibigay lahat ng Agosto!
Lumaki kasi ako ng only source of entertainment namin sa bahay ay television. Kapag kasama ko yung lola ko and lolo ko, lunchtime, nanonood talaga kami. So that was my life. At ang sarap sa pakiramdam na it's such a full circle moment to me na ako na yung nakakapag-inspire ng mga tao ngayon. And ang sarap kasi to bring happiness and joy and fun to other people, especially ngayon, napakaraming pinagdadaanan ng mga tao. Ano ba naman yung konting tawa na maipoprovide ko sa kanila? Ang sarap sa puso nun.
Ano ang madali? Ano ang mahirap sa pag-host?
Ang mahirap sometimes is to control yung mga gusto kong sabihin. Kasi ang daldal ko din, Ninong Boy. At syempre, kapag nasa TV tayo, merong mga limitations. Ang utak ko ay malikot mag-isip. At minsan, lahat ng mga gusto kong sabihin ay hindi ko maaaring sabihin. So, that's a challenge for me. And also, siguro when you're interviewing someone, hindi mo alam kung ano yung sasabihin nila or gagawin nila at kung paano i-handle yun.
To your first point, it will become natural to you eventually as to what you can actually say on television, lalo na yung paggabay sa mga bata.
Yes.
Okay, di ba? Importante lagi kung paano mo sinasabi ang mga bagay-bagay. Pero I don't want you to think about limitations when you're there. Mapangahas ang advice na ito.
Opo.
Commit the mistakes.
Okay.
Take the risk. And take it from there. You know, when you think you've done something that violated a rule, apologize on the spot.
Accountability agad.
Accountability ka agad. May mga bisita ako halimbawa sa Fast Talk na meron kami napapag-usapan tungkol sa mga bagay na maselan
Yes.
na hindi pa pwede sa mga bata. Immediately sinasabi ko, tabi-tabi po sa mga bata, mga nanay, pagpatawad, this is about intimacy. Yun, correct yourself in the moment if you can.
Okay.
Don't panic. Kasi ang hirap pag nag-host ka na ang fundamental premise mo is what can I say
Yes.
and what can't I say.
Yes po.
Take
Paano
the
naman
risk.
po, Ninong Boy, regarding sa time limit?
Okay. You always have to be present. Halimbawa, you're in the middle of a thought.
Yes.
For example, madalasan natanong ako kung sasali ko sa beauty contest. Tapos, ang harap mo, ito yung hindi nakikita ng ating mga kababayan. Pinatatapos ka na.
Yes.
Nagkakagulo na
Pinagayin ka
sa
na.
harap mo. Tapusin mo na. So, ang nasasabi mo ay, madalas, ito pa rin ang tinatanong sa akin. If you wanna follow the direction, end it by saying, pag-uusapan ho natin yan. Oo, wala na tayong oras, pero gustong-gusto kong sagutin po ang mga tanong na ito. Oo, maraming salamat po, makikita. You have to be present. Hindi pwede yung you're in the middle of a thought, tapos sasabihin mo, ano ba naman? Hindi pa ako tapos, hindi.
Yes, you cannot.
You have to be realistic.
Siguro minsan nakaka-rattle because there's so much things happening around you.
What I learned, sa ingay, I can actually think. Lalo na kayo, kasi ang dami-dami niyong hosts.
Yes,
Di ba?
yes.
Amidst that chaos, create that space of silence. Nagsisigawan sila, you should be immovable. You don't achieve that in a day or in a year. You'll get there. Parang beauty contest lang yan eh. Ang ingay-ingay, ang daming gusto, nagtatakbuhan. But the moment you're on stage, it's you, your audience, and God. You know, you have to know the things that matter. May mga pagkakataon pa, halimbawa, when you're hosting, hindi ko lang maalala kung sino nagtanong sa akin ito. Sabi, boy, how do you handle a situation when you mispronounce a word?
Yeah.
In my study about, mispronounced words or grammatical lapses, etc., ikaw lang actually ang nakanotice nun.
Totoo po.
You know, when you TOA, when you watch yourself after the show, nagkakagulo na ang buong buhay mo sa loob ng isipan mo, worrying about that one word when nobody even noticed.
Exactly.
Diba? The other way to solve it, again, is to be very present. Halimbawa, you're supposed to say, good evening, morning pala. Do it again and say it.
Good morning. Yeah.
Oh, it's good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Pag magkamali ka, ulitin mo.
Yes.
You have that power to be able to correct yourself. But don't worry, committing mistakes makes you a lot better.
Yes.
Kasi that's how you build, how to be the best.
And ako din, I've gained so much wisdom and knowledge through my mistakes.
When you are with a group of other hosts, you have to listen. Halimbawa, people say, boy, how do you stop somebody who overtalk? Tingnan mo kung paano huminga. Lalo na if you do a talk show one day, a conversation show, may hinga yun. Mug! Pasukan mo. Another
Yes.
way to do it is hold. Because you have to interrupt
You
the guest.
have to,
Because you
yes.
don't have the time. But some people don't understand that.
Yes.
Parang, ba't mo naman kinakat? Nasa gitna pa yung guest mo eh.
Opo.
Because they don't realize that you have a whole crowd, mob, in front of you, screaming at you, commanding you to stop.
Yes.
And then, you know, when people say, boy, what was your best interview? I always say the next one. Not an original line of the great Barbara Walters, who did some of the best interviews of the world. Every time she was asked, ano ba ang pinakamagandang interview na nagawa mo? It's the next one.
It's the next one.
Kasi di ba, may laging, hindi ko na itanong. It's humbling, but you have to say, I was wrong there. Okay. But hindi ko narinig yun.
Totoo po.
Oo. So, continue to learn. Remain a student. And the best talkers in talk shows are the best listeners.
Or sometimes, iba Ninong Boy, mabilis ang utak. Sometimes, eto naman, even when I'm not working, this is what happens to me usually. I would feel bad, parang, oh my God, nakat ko ba siya ba nagsasalita siya? Because ako, feeling ko mawawala na yung thought sa utak ko if I don't say it right now.
Right. But that's okay. Acknowledging that is solving it. The fact that you're aware na, okay, hindi ko tinatapos, you are actually solving the problem.
Yeah.
You're actually being aware that you shouldn't or you should have. And that's good. Lahat tayo merong moments of insecurity. Yung sinasabi mo, but that's okay. Move to the next one. Move to the
But
next
acknowledge
interview.
everything.
Acknowledge it.
Thank you, thank
From
you.
hosting, let's go to acting.
Yeah.
How long have you been acting now?
8 years, 9 years with GMA,
Okay.
with Sparkle, but I started with commercials.
Okay.
Ang acting naman doon
Iba.
masaya palagi, bigger than the life.
Measured.
Yes, at paulit-ulit. Pero kasi acting in a series, especially Encantadia Chronicles Sangre, yun ang challenge talaga because you're not a human being. You're bigger than a human, di ba? Yung thinking of a royalty of a god, mahirap po siyang i-maintain. First time lang namin lahat to portray a character na bigger than ourselves.
And it's a huge franchise.
It is.
Diba? Yung
It's such a
expectation ng
big
tao.
obligation. It's
It
part
is.
of Filipino culture, ang Encantadia. At maraming nakasubaybay, maraming nagbabantay, maraming mas may alam sa amin kung
Marami
paano.
ang invested.
Invested po
Diba?
talaga sila.
Oo.
The pressure was really there. It was keeping me up at night.
Correct.
At first. But malaking part din yung mga kasama ko sa Sangre.
In a difficult material like Sangre, Encantadia Chronicles, do you need a lot of conversations with directors, with writers, for you to get into how you're going to attack the character?
Yes. Kasi kaming actors, kilala namin yung character kasi kami ang gumagawa ng characters namin sa loob. Ang production team, external eh. External ang mga details ibinibigay mo. Pero ikaw as an actor, ikaw yung gagawa ng sarili mong flavor. Ikaw magdi-differentiate yan sa mga ibang characters that you've done before. Especially ako po, ang mga characters na nakukuha ko, most of the time, kontrabida. Anong klaseng kontrabida to? It has to be different from ibang mga pinagdaanan ko or mga ibang projects ko. But with Encantadia, since it's a culture nga, a Filipino culture, minsan yung understanding mo, mababaw siya eh. At kailangan mo to seek professional help. Yung mga acting coaches namin, directors namin, and writers namin, we make sure na before we do anything, mailalatag namin sa kanilang lahat.
Ano ang pinakamagandang papuri na nakuha mo bilang aktor? In your 8, 10 years, how many years of acting?
Yung raw. Yung pagiging raw and authentic ko. Kasi before, I would always question myself na parang, bakit hindi ko magawa katulad ng ginagawa niya? Bakit ang galing niya doon? Bakit ako hindi ganun? Pero, yung art form ko kasi, it's the rawest form that I could give eh. Most of the time, within my own experience, yung mga ibang magagaling, they're very technical with it. At yung magandang balance is being technical and being raw at the same time.
Is that what you do? Is that
tried. That's what I tried
Is that
to
your
do.
process now as an actor?
That's what I tried to do. I tried to integrate yung pagiging technical nga and yung pagiging raw still. Sa akin ko pa rin to kinukuha. Ito ang lahat ng meron ako. Because when I act, hubad eh. Kailangan kang maging hubad sa lahat ng aspeto ng kung sino ka. At kailangan mo to be accepting of the energy from the people around you, from the environment. Kasi minsan hindi mo din alam kung minsan makakakuha ka ng hindi mo inaasahan. Katulad pa rin sinabi niyo kanina, yung uncertainty, minsan nandoon ang blessing kasi hindi mo alam kung anong mangyayari. At yun yung magic doon, yun yung masarap na pag nag-cut parang, wow, ang ganda nung nangyari because I didn't plan anything.
Right.
I just dove into it.
So when people say, dali naman mag-artista, you know, I always say hindi.
At saka it's psycho-emotional.
It is.
You have to be able to be tough in the head. Kasi minsan, katulad nga, marami na din experiences ng ibang actors na if you're not mentally well, it could affect you talaga.
It can.
Especially for certain characters na medyo dark, gray areas.
Right.
Kaya, kailangan mag-meditate.
I don't know if it was Cherry Pie Picache. I did an interview with her many, many years ago. It came to a point na nakakapagod na humugot sa sarili mong karanasan.
Yes! Kasi sinasaktan mo yung sarili mo eh. Yung sugat na meron ka, lalagyan mo siya ng lalagyan ng alcohol,
At saka
ng
you visit
asin.
that again.
Masakit.
Over and over and over, babalikan mo
Yes.
para lang makaiyak.
And minsan, nauubos ka na din dun eh. Kumbaga, nagamit mo na nagamit ang situation ang tao na to. Let's say for Encantadia Chronicles Sangre for Flamara. At first, sanay kasi ako na through my personal experiences yung ginagamit ko. But for Flamara, iba siya eh. Kasi hindi nga ako tao eh.
Oo.
Hindi ko pwedeng kuhanin si Faith. Because she's a different embodiment of creation, di ba? So, I think yung costume, Ninong Boy, ang galing. Sobrang galing talaga. Because there was a time na medyo nag-stars on the floor na ako. Tapos, magte-taping ulit kami for Encantadia. And I was a little bit worried. I was like, oh my God, okay, ang ginagawa ko ngayon, puro sayaw ako ng sayaw. Paano ko babalik sa character ko? Paano ko hugot ng galing kay Flamara? Pero alam mo, Ninong Boy, yung suot ko na yung costume ko. At nakita ko yung embodiment of the fire, being fearless, pumasok na siya naturally. Ang galing ng magic na yon.
Let me tell you this, a parallel story, the great Meryl Streep. Siya nag-uumpisa sa buhok. That's why she has the same hairstylist yun hanggang ngayon.
Wow.
Because, halimbawa, Margaret Thatcher, she played Thatcher. She played another character. Inuumpisahan sa buhok. The moment they get the hair, the character comes in.
Galing.
Kanya-kanya, di ba?
Iba-iba po talaga siya eh.
And that's how exciting your world is. Our world is. And
It's so creative. Diba? So kahit pa paano, thank you pa rin sa mga traumas ko. Kasi kung wala sila, hindi ako makaka-arte ng maayos.
But it comes to a certain point when you already have the power to say, huwag na lang ako babalik at babalik. Wala na akong pinalikan. Kunin yung mga traumas ko.
May iba't iba ding techniques eh.
Correct.
That you learn along the way. Yung pagiging organic, ang sarap din kasi. Pero dahil nasa TV tayo, kailangan din natin maging aware sa mga bagay-bagay. So, ayun, hopefully, and habang tumagal, mas marami pa akong matutunan at mas makombine ko ang iba't ibang techniques that would work for me.
You're always asked if you're single.
Yes!
You don't get tired answering?
I'm getting tired of becoming single. Yun ang totoo.
Pero it's deliberate, no?
It is.
It is
I
deliberate.
feel so powerful. Totoo lang
parang
naman po
ganon.
yun. Because sabi ko nga, there is so much power in independence. I was able to see life in a different perspective dahil wala kang ideas ng ibang tao eh. Walang nagsasalita for you, wala kang kachika na iba. So kumbaga, yung lahat ng kung sino ako ngayon dahil ako to. Saka sabi ko kasi before, parang yung reason why I wanna be with someone, it's always serving me eh.
Right.
Parang feeling ko masyadong self-centered yung rason kung bakit gusto ko magka-jowa. Dahil gusto ko ng kayakap sa gabi, dahil gusto kong may maglalambing sa akin pag pagod ako, that's only serving me. How about the other person? Parang sabi ko, when I get into a relationship, I have to be able to give the other person, my partner, what they deserve. Ngayon po, I'm so busy. I cannot commit to replying. Hindi deserve yun ng magiging partner ko. And with my schedule, palagi akong pagod. Magde-date tayo, pagod ako. You don't deserve that. Naniniwala din ako na si God, baka kaya medyo matagal akong single. Talagang sinisimmer niya pa yung tao na yun para
Yeah,
sa
and
akin.
he
talaga.
knows the desires of
Yes.
your heart.
Di ba nga
You
sabi
would.
kasi nila, Ninong, love is easy, love is kind. So kapag hindi pa easy and kind, edi wag muna. Bakit
You
maghihirap
would
tayong
know.
dalawa?
You would feel it. I use my imaginary mirror. It's in front of you. And you see yourself. What is that line? What is that message you want to tell yourself?
I'm so proud of you.
And I want to end there. I want to continue for Faith to be proud of her and continue that journey. 10 years from now, nasaan ka?
Nasa isang tahimik na lugar kasama ng mga pamilya ko.
Married. Hopefully with children.
Hopefully.
Oo.
Super happy.
And that's important.
And bukod sa happy, safe. I wanna feel safe.
I love those words. Happy and safe.
Yes.
Salamat.
Thank you. Abisala Esh, Anino. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Hi, people of the Philippines and people of the world. Hit the button below and you will be subscribing to the Boy Abunda Talk channel on YouTube. Let's keep talking. Kaibigan, tuloy ang usap.